Good morning, everybody. It's time for morning manna, and as promised, I want to give you the trailer for the sermon this Sunday. I made a mess. I made a mess. How to turn your mess into miracles. That's what we're going to be talking about on this coming Sunday. And I just really want to drill that word down in on you. I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway. And in 5 minutes or less, and I want you to share the manner. I want you to carry those things out with you so that others can grab a hold of the revelation that you get. Put all of that in the chat area as well. The text to talk, the takeaway. Look at the mess I made. Let me ask a question before I get into really breaking it down. Have you ever made a mess of something? Have you, and despite your best intentions, things just didn't turn out the way you wanted them to turn out? Despite what you really wanted to happen, it did not happen. In fact, it went the opposite way. It backfired. It blew up in your face. Well, what do you do with the mess you make? What do you do with the mess you make? I think Jeremiah has something to share with us. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt that if we listen to his words, we'll grab a hold of. What do you do when you make a mess of it? Let me just read. Here it is, Jeremiah 38, 1 through 6. And I'm just going to end on that 6 and then talk about the other pieces about that. It says, so the officials took Jeremiah from his cell and lowered him by ropes into an empty cistern in the prison yard. It belonged to Malchijah, a member of the royal family. There was no water in the cistern, but there was a thick layer of mud at the bottom. And Jeremiah sunk down deep in it. What a mess. What a mess. And guess what? It's come at the hands of Jeremiah. He is the one that has created the mess and he's been lured into it. Now, I will tell you all about that mess on Sunday, but suffice to say, there are four things I want to share with you with respect to what do you do when you're in a mess that you made? What do you do when you're in a mess that you made? The first thing is don't pretend you didn't do it. How about that? Don't pretend that you didn't do it. So often, when I remember I'm the youngest of the 11, and when my parents would come home and maybe somebody knocked the lamp over, broke the bulb, broke the lampshade, or something like that took place, well, guess what? Guess what happens then? Then the whole thing comes about. We are now trying to put it on somebody else. That brings me to the second thing is don't project it on others. When your parents come home, who did it? Who broke it? They go down the list. Jeff did it. Larry did it. Lamont did it. Renee did it. Donnie did it. Ricky did it. Reg did it. Lamont Lehman did it. Tony did it. Minnie did it. Litha did it. That's all my brothers and sisters. Anybody but me. Anybody but me. So don't pretend you didn't do it and don't project onto others what you did. Here's the third thing is find your purpose in it. Find your purpose in it. There's not a mess that you made that there's not a purpose in the midst of it. There's not a mess that you have made that there's not a purpose in the midst of it. And I'm going to give you all of that on this Sunday on Can't Miss Communion Sunday. Don't you dare miss it, and make sure you ask somebody, bring somebody with you. Here is the fourth and final thing is this. Let God penetrate your heart in the midst of it all. Now, the story is clear. Jeremiah got himself into this mess. But the rest of the story, I'll tell you on Sunday. How about that? And if you're watching right now and you don't attend New Life, then I really want to invite you to stream at 10 o'clock because it's going to be good. Look at the mess I've made and look how things can turn my mess into a miracle. Share the manna. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I will see you, Can't Miss Communion Sunday at New Life, as well as next Monday with more Morning Manna. God bless you. Bye now.